Garrett.
Matt.
What do we do tonight?
What do we do tonight?
What's up? B-Man versus S-Man.
Yeah, we did.
So, Batman versus Superman.
Controversial.
Should we talk about the positives or the negatives? I think we should do negatives first. Now,
let's start off with, this is a spoiler-free review. Keep that specific. We're not going to let anything slip.
We'll try and keep it as, like, neutral. Basically, if you've seen the movie, you know what we're talking about. But,
yeah.
That kind of stuff. Now, we are going to have a spoiler-heavy podcast.
Yeah. Yes.
And if you want to listen to that, where we ruin everything, go and watch that.
You can't watch it. So fine.
Go and listen to it.
It's late right now. What time is it?
We just got back.
3:30.
Actually, it's 4:30.
4:30.
That clock is not correct.
It's 4:30.
It's 4:30 in the morning. Literally just got back.
Yep.
From our 11:40 viewing of Batman vs. Superman.
The movie is fucking long.
Oh, and you know it.
All right.
You know that movie's fucking long.
Let's start with the negatives, and then we'll go with the positives.
All right.
My first negative off the bat. Okay, so I went into the movie with a clean slate. I didn't want to think it negatively or positively. I was like, I'm just going to sit here and let the movie wash on me with its Batman and Superman glory. So, first thing that was negative, I thought, was...
Where to begin?
It was really jumpy. It was like, okay, here's this, here's Batman, and then here's Lois Lane, and then a little bit of Superman, and then Lex Luthor, and then, Batman again, and then Lex Luthor. Then it was like all over the place for the first hour, I feel like.
Oh, God, it felt like it was like 3 hours of just boring. Okay, now there were a few moments with Batman pretty much only, where like him and Alfred would have a couple conversations.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good. Now I'm going to go ahead and say, Ben Affleck was definitely the best Bruce Wayne and Batman. Very good. He was really good.
We'll make this like a positive negative sandwich.
Yeah.
We'll negative it, and then we'll give it a positive, then we'll give it a negative again.
Batman, Ben Affleck, which is the first Batman to ever pull off the Bruce Wayne and the Batman.
Other than Kevin Conroy.
Oh, of course. Yeah, like hands down. That's best Batman right there. But live adaptation, which is surprising because once that news got out, even I was like...
First day I heard that, I was like,
oh, God.
No! And then I rethought it, then I was like, the second day, I was like, okay, I can
Justice League is going down to hell.
My negative, you did a positive, I'll do a positive.
Okay, and then we'll switch over to me and doing a negative. So what's your positive, Garrett? It's Lois Lane, right? Right.
I feel my positive was the last half of the movie. I felt like it honed down a lot better. It wasn't as jumpy. It was a lot more like specific scenes that went along a little longer than just here's a featurette of these people talking, and then this people talking, and then these people talking.
Right.
But I feel like I think the first half was it was trying to set everything up.
Yeah.
And then the last half it kind of came together a lot better. Yeah. So what's your negative? I gave a negative.
Well, I'm going to go upon what you just said. Actually, the negative was that if you've ever seen the movie Godzilla, the most recent one, the whole thing was literally like they give you a piece of Godzilla, then they show you like some humans. They give you a little piece, and then humans. It was literally the biggest cock tease ever in a film. So we're going to use that to compare that to Batman vs. Superman. Sprinkled, not even heavily, maybe 3 times, that Bruce and Clark, they came into contact with each other, and they kind of had this...
dick measuring contest.
Oh, that's literally what it is.
That's what it was like.
But literally, there wasn't enough those two going at it kind of thing, building that up. So when it does eventually get to the battle, which, if you don't mind, I'm going to start my positive by going off that. Okay? So that was my negative. It wasn't nearly enough as what it should have been building up to the final fight scene. Now,
They spent too much time setting other things up.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is Batman.
Like, there was way
Superman.
too much Lois Lane stuff in the beginning. Like, they were really trying to make you care about Lois Lane.
There was so much
and I was like,
cut out.
I'm sorry, I don't care about this.
I'd rather hear about Alfred. Like,
exactly. I would have way rather seen Alfred more in the movie.
He did it really well. Like, I don't know if he's quite better than Michael Caine, really, but they're two different Alfreds.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. I like how Alfred was a little more, like, hands-on, like, he's working on...
Handyman, yeah.
Yeah, he's, like, fixing the bat cowl and...
I like that, yeah. So, the negative was that it was just sprinkled, there wasn't enough. However, I will tell you this. The only saving grace of this movie that makes it worth it is that battle between Superman and Batman. And now, without getting too spoilery, I will tell you that the person that I went for, like, months in advance, because you know who I hate, just totally whooped the ass of the other one. I can't tell you how thrilled I was.
I don't feel like it was what. I mean, I feel like it was pretty even. I mean, for most of it.
But
it was a clear winner.
Oh, there was a clear winner.
Clear winner.
Which, yeah. Damn.
But,
that was what we call in the business a KO.
Overall, what do you think of the movie?
You really want my honest opinion?
Yes, I do.
I would not buy it on DVD. I mean, if it was like maybe $10, maybe.
Really?
But I wouldn't buy that like new release.
Yeah.
It wasn't amazing.
Batman was amazing.
Oh my god.
Batman was really, really cool.
His gadgets he's got in this, oh my god.
Oh, dude,
that little grappling hook thing. Oh my god.
And all the gun.
Jeez. Let's just say, you think you've seen Batman gadgets, you've seen nothing.
I'm gonna give it, I'll give it like an 8. Like, it didn't blow my mind.
No.
I thought it was still pretty solid. Other than it was trying to set up too much. Like, that's just kind of the movies these days.
Yeah.
It's that every movie's got to set up another movie or set up an expanded universe. So, like, every movie's got to be, like, setting up the next one.
Yep.
I feel like it kind of suffered because of that, trying to set up the next movie when it could have been a focused movie on its own story. Specifically, Batman, Superman fighting, it was trying to do too much in one movie.
In a film about Batman versus Superman, you need to cut all that boring shit out, about all these little side stories, and you need to make it literally Batman versus Superman, like just all-out brawl. Fucking just like...
For 2 hours?
For 2 hours? That's what I wanted to see. That's what I was hoping I was going to see, a giant pissing parade. Like, Batman was going to be like, oh, well, I got a bow that helps me out. And then Superman would be like, oh, well, I got an old mom that shares a name with your dead mom.
That'll be our non-spoiler review. I give it a good 8.
8.
You know, it's not fucking amazing. But I still feel like it was pretty good. It had Batman in it. I always love Batman things. So that was our thoughts on it. I want to know what you thought of the movie.
We want to know what you thought of that movie.
No, just me.
Who do you want to win the battle?
Batman?
Or guy distinguished by glasses?
You have to say the name.
I'm sorry.
Batman.
Or Superman.
Like it if you liked it.
Don't if you didn't.
Subscribe.